The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover email templates, a little bit of a follow-on really from the previous session where we did a very simple automated process with an email template thrown in there. So this is all about email templates, really to help you save time. So do you have in your business repetitive emails that you send out on a regular basis to your customers? Could be a great way of saving time. So good morning, my name is Tim Wilmot and my company Wizard Systems, we're a specialist CRM systems provider, supplier, who help out mainly small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales productivity, marketing and customer service through the use of simple and affordable solutions like GoldMine. So this presentation will be fairly short, about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour or so, just really an overview of the email template feature. It's a really nice part of GoldMine. There could be a lot more to it. And my company, Wizard Systems, we offer lots more help options, training options, if you want to explore that with us. So as you might have gathered, the audio part of this presentation is one way, only your microphone is on mute. If you've got any questions around this feature, please pop that into the question box on your meeting control panel, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end. Also at the end, I'll give you an update on some GoldMine product news for you. And this call is being recorded, so those listening live, you will get an email. Those that are registered, you will get an email from our system with a link to recording, and we'll probably pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Brief mention about Wizard Systems. We're a long-standing provider of GoldMine and other CRM solutions. We provide any kind of service around GoldMine. We've been doing this a long time now, well over 3,000 GoldMine implementations, but we provide the actual product, any upgrades to GoldMine, implementation, training. Of course, right now, this event is March 2021. All of that is online, which, to be honest with you, we've been doing online implementations, online training for a long, long time before COVID, but we provide any kind of help online for you. And also we've got a friendly, responsive GoldMine help desk ready to answer your calls. Okay, let's get into GoldMine then and talk about email templates. So for those of you that are not aware of email templates at all, then in GoldMine, of course, with GoldMine, you've got two ways of sending out emails, managing emails. You've got the built-in email client, the built-in email system. And GoldMine, I think, is probably one of the only CRM solutions out there that has its own fully fledged email capability. So without Gmail, without Outlook, you can be sending and receiving your emails to your contacts and having that all recorded, that whole activity tracked in your GoldMine system. So GoldMine gives you this really neat email template feature. So if you do have regular emails that you send out to contacts, this is a great way of saving time, ensuring that you include everything, ensuring that anyone that's sending an email to a customer, it has the same look and feel. It's got the same sort of fonts and corporate style and branding that you want. And of course, it's all tracked in the history of the contact record. A few ways of actually sending an email from one of these based on one of these email templates, but the simplest way is, well, composing an email to that contact there. The primary contact email address, and then from the drop-down list here, you've got in alphabetical order all of the email templates. You have all of your email templates, and then right at the top here, we've got the public templates. So these email templates, they can be specific to you or for the whole team, for the whole company. So that's where the public prefix comes in. So that can obviously personalized email, We can insert information from the contact record. We've got, of course, we can change fonts, we can attach files, we can put in hyperlinks as well into the email, all standard email stuff. Hit send, off it goes. Quick way of doing that. So how do you create those email templates in the first place? It might be a good idea, certainly to start off with, that if you've never done this before, just have one person creating these email templates rather than every GoldMine user creating their own thing. So there's just a little bit more of a control there over the look and feel and initial testing of these templates. Once you create your template, you want to do a little test, send it to one of your colleagues or a helpful customer just to make sure it looks okay on the receiving end. So to create new templates, you go to your document management center, or you could go to your tools menu, and here we are, document templates. That takes you to the document management center, where on the left-hand side here, we see our access to really a few different types of templates. Right at the top, you've got your Word and Excel templates. So that's still in the GoldMine product. And we do know of quite a few of our GoldMine customers that are still actively using Word forms templates and Excel templates to, again, help them save time, through a Word template, merging stuff in there. But we're here to talk about email templates. So I'm clicking on that email template folder there on that left-hand side. And to create a new one, well, simply from the toolbar at the top there, I can add a new template. And up comes a blank new template. So this is where I'm now creating the template. First of all, my cursor's in the subject field. This would be, if you like, well, of course, it's the subject, but also it's pretty much how you reference this template when you want to use it. So this is, if you like, the file name of this template. So I type in a relevant subject there. Once I've done that, I click into the message body here, and now I can start including the message text. I might, of course, start off with some kind of salutation, and then right at the top of this template screen, I've got this insert field button, which is a really helpful way of you now easily inserting from a menu typical details from your contact record. So under contact details here, I've got all the main suspects that you'd want to include. So let's insert dear there. Notice the syntax, a couple of chevrons, and then ampersand dear. It's like a little, that's referred to as a macro in GoldMine. And that macro syntax, that's used in a number of other different areas in GoldMine, particularly with templates and reports. So that's the salutation, and then we come down into maybe a couple of lines come down, start typing some relevant text in here. Thank you for your inquiry, or similar. And then we would end off the email. Let me show you a few other typical options that we might include here. So signature file might be one as well. So again, notice the syntax there, chevron signature file. But pretty much anything from the contact database you can insert, you can include as field names into this email template. If the field doesn't exist here, then the field that you created, maybe you created a custom field in your GoldMine database, something specific to your company, your use of GoldMine, and it's on a contact screen somewhere. So that can be inserted again into the system using this similar syntax here. Basically, you would type in between these two chevrons, you would type in contact to minus, greater than, and then your field name that starts with the letter U. Give it a bit of a practice. Let us know how you get on if you get stuck, but that's the general syntax there for your own custom fields. Contact to, minus, greater than, looks like a little arrow pointing to the right, and then a U, and then the field name. You'll know what that field name is because when you create it, whoever created it, they gave it a field name, and GoldMine prefixes that with a U. We could also attach files here as well if you wanted to. But if I now save that template, that now is in my menu. I'm logged on as a master user. It's initially in that area there. I could move it, of course, if I wanted to. But one final thing, going back to what I said earlier, to give it a little test here. So I type in maybe the first few letters of my email template. There it is there, my list right at the top there. And it's a fairly crude template, but you get the idea. A very simple email template there. So that's it then. Very, very straightforward, not too difficult. There are many more other options around it, other fancy merge fields that you can include in your email template. Also, email templates are going to be really powerful when we come on to automated processes. So if there's a process that you have in your company, you want a sequence of emails going out to a contact, they would be email templates. So you would pre-record, you'd create those email templates, test them individually, and then in an automated process, you can string them together and decide how and when those emails will go out. What trigger? Is it based on a number of elapsed days? Is it based on something that's changed in the GoldMine contact record? So as well as the day-to-day use of email templates to help you save time, they could also feature in automated processes, again, to improve your productivity. So that's it then on email templates, as we normally do. For those of you that have been on previous sessions, if you've got any questions around this feature, pop that into the questions section on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer those. First question from Julia: can you insert detail records? Okay, so that's, I guess then, Julie, you mean some information on the details tab of a contact record. It's quite a common use of GoldMine. No, not on detail records. What you could do, it depends on what sort of information you're using on the where you're putting it in the detail record and what you want to appear in the email. But you could, going back to automated process, you could have a detail, when someone puts in a detail record, that could update a contact field. And then the contents of the contact field could then be inserted in email templates. So you could do it sort of that way around, bit of a two-step process there, but we need to dig a little bit deeper into what you're trying to achieve. Prakesh, how do you create a signature file? That is a very good question. In fact, that's a very good idea for us to cover on a future 101 session. So thanks very much for that question. We do actually get asked this a lot on our GoldMine help desk. How do we create these signature files at the bottom of emails? And there's a few ways of doing that. You've seen my example on this session where we have a number of different social icons as well, or some link to your website, which would be quite common. So we'll cover that in a future up and coming session there, Prakesh. Jonathan, using the Outlook link, can we use the templates? So yes, there is. Right. Yes, there is a drop down. When you've got the Outlook link installed with GoldMine, there is a drop down box that you can select that email template. However, you need to test it. We found a few, now this is relating to current releases of GoldMine. This event is March 2021. We've had a few people saying that that is not too successful in reading these templates. So give it a try. If you've got the Outlook link installed, give it a try. Let us know how you get on by referring to, so you would have created, so the templates are not creating Outlook, they're creating GoldMine, but the Outlook link can see these GoldMine templates. So give it a go. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through. Right, just to give you an update on latest news with GoldMine, as I hinted at earlier, all of our training is online right now. Until it's safe to do so, we're not fully back in our offices in Bristol, UK, but when we are, we'll be able to invite people safely into our training centre. But all training is online at the moment. So if you've got any requirements, any new starters, any additional features of GoldMine you'd like training on, or indeed email templates, give us a call and we can take you through that. The latest release of GoldMine, we've just had a hotfix 2 released. Now, this has just been released. With any new release of software, just be a bit cautious in rushing into it and implementing it. As this has just been released, I would advise, or we would advise, waiting a week or two until specifically you get confirmation from Wizard Systems that this is okay to implement. Or if you're desperate to implement something in it, and you can justify that to yourself, make sure you've got a backup of everything before implementing that upgrade. But certainly just wait a little bit longer before implementing that, and we can confirm that on future 101 sessions that that is 100% good to go. But just for your information, as of March the 17th, 2021, that is the latest release there as you see it. Now, the only way of getting these upgrades is to make sure you've got a GoldMine maintenance contract. You can get that from Wizard Systems. This is an annual maintenance contract that entitles you to all of the updates to GoldMine during that period. If you're currently not on maintenance, you won't have access to GoldMine upgrades, but if you do want to talk to us about getting your GoldMine updated, then please get in touch and we can give you a price for your maintenance, for your upgrades there on GoldMine. So that's it from me today on GoldMine email templates. If you've got any suggestions for future GoldMine topics that would be of interest to the GoldMine community there, please get in touch with me, Tim Wilmot, tim@wizard-systems.com. There's our other contact details there for you. Thanks very much for watching. We'll catch up with you on the next session. Bye-bye.